are clearly related to another kind of hallucinatory experience called an out-of-the-body experience. At first sight, they might not appear to be related, because the typical lucid dream happens when a person is asleep, and the typical out-of-the-body experience happens when he or she is awake. The experience of floating above one's body, looking down on it, might appear to be quite a different matter from having a dream in which you are aware that you are dreaming. But in fact, they are both completely hallucinatory experiences, and they both provide a person with a very realistic quasi-environment. Most people who have had lucid dreams habitually have also had out-of-the-body experiences and had various techniques for making the transition from one type of experience to the other. Experiences sometimes occur which are intermediate between a lucid dream and an out-of-the-body experience, having some of the characteristics of each, and being difficult to classify as one rather than the other. An example of this is a dream of the Marquis d'Hervé de Saint-Denis, in which he visited the moon. Long-distance travel of this kind is more characteristic of out-of-the-body experiences than it is of lucid dreams.
Last night I dreamt that my soul had left my body and that I was travelling vast distances with the speed of thought. I first of all found myself among a tribe of savages where I was present at a ferocious battle. However, I was not in the slightest danger, since I was both invisible and invulnerable. From time to time I looked at myself, that is to say, towards the place where my body would have been if I had had one, and I was able to assure myself that I no longer had one. I thought of visiting the moon, and immediately found myself there. I saw volcanic soil, extinct craters, and many other details, which were evidently the reproduction of things I had read, or engravings I had seen. But they were all strangely enlarged and brought to life by my imagination. I was perfectly aware that I was dreaming, yet was far from convinced that there was nothing veridical in what I saw. The admirable distinctness of everything I looked at made me wonder whether perhaps my soul really had temporarily quitted its terrestrial prison. If this was really the case, it would after all be no more marvellous than many another mystery of creation. I thought of various opinions of the ancients on this subject, and remembered the following passage from Cicero. If someone had ascended to the heavens and had a close view of the sun, the moon, and the stars, this would nevertheless give him no pleasure if he had no one to whom he could recount it. I immediately wished to return to earth and found myself back in my room. For a moment I had the strange impression of looking at my sleeping body before taking possession of it again. Soon after that, I dreamt that I got up and, pen in hand, was writing a minute account of all that I had seen. Finally I really wake up. Almost immediately, innumerable small details of my experience, which a moment before had been perfectly distinct, vanished from my memory.
If it is correct to classify this experience as an out-of-the-body experience, it is nevertheless atypical in one respect. It is unusual for the subject to imply that his out-of-the-body experience, even if it occurred during sleep, was subsequently subject to the same sort of amnesia as a non-lucid dream. On the contrary, it is more usual for a subject to say that his out-of-the-body experience is more memorable even than everyday waking experience.